Hungary has launched a sharp rebuke of the European Union's handling of the Ukraine conflict, warning that Brussels' policies are driving Europe toward a costly and prolonged war, while ignoring the needs of its own citizens. Speaking on Kossuth Radio, Foreign Minister Peter Szijjarto accused EU leaders of being gripped by war psychosis, calling their approach reckless and disconnected from reality.
Europe's current political strategy of eliminating channels of communication with Russia will inevitably lead to a long war, and they want to burn Europeans' money through buying weapons, say from America, and supplying them to Ukraine.
He warned that Hungary will not follow Brussels' belligerent path and will not fund military assistance to Ukraine. Behind the scenes, he noted, more European voices are quietly questioning the EU's approach and urging a return to dialogue and peace.
We don't want Hungarian taxpayers' money to be sent to Ukraine. We don't want it to be spent on war, and we don't want it to cover the arming and operation of the Ukrainian military.
Ahead of the informal EU summit in Copenhagen, Szijjarto described the proposed 7-year EU budget as a Ukraine budget, designed to sustain Kyiv's military rather than address Europe's urgent challenges.
Brussels is preparing for war, and they want Europeans, including Hungarians, to pay the price. The proposed budget for the next 7 years is much more about Ukraine than about the European Union itself, he said.
Szijjarto stressed that Hungary rejects the siphoning of taxpayers' money into foreign military campaigns. He added that a nationwide signature campaign will ensure public opinion guides the country's policy.
Until then, Brussels will remain committed to pro-war, pro-migration, and pro-gender policies. But we don't want war, we don't want migration, we don't want gender madness, and we don't want Hungarians' money to be siphoned off to Ukraine.
Prime Minister Viktor Orban rejected the EU plan to fund Ukraine with frozen Russian assets, calling it unfair and reckless. He stressed Hungary supports a peace plan, while Brussels pursues a confrontational approach.
We know what the war machine of Russia looks like. We don't like the idea. So we have a peace plan, but the others has rather a war plan. And that confrontation happened, how we think about the situation, how the war plan makers are thinking about the situation. So the views are very far away from each other.
The minister's comments underline a growing rift within Europe over the war in Ukraine, contrasting Hungary's insistence on diplomacy and financial prudence with Brussels' aggressive anti-Russia posture. By rejecting EU pressure, Budapest positions itself as a voice of reason in a Europe increasingly caught in Washington-driven escalation.